Hi, I am Sophie Gerard. In this module, we will be discussing the dematerialization process, popularly known as demat process, that is one of the most core functions of the depository department. So, what is dematerialization? It's a simple process of converting physical certificates into digital form. What are the benefits of dematerialization of shares? First, the risk associated with physical certificates like loss, theft, forgery, and damage are ruled out. Second, it minimizes the paperwork as it enables instant transfers through stock exchanges. Third, the risk of share certificate getting misplaced is eliminated. And fourth, corporate actions like bonus, split, etc. are credited directly into demat account. Now let's see what is the prerequisite for dematerialization. An investor intending to dematerialize his or her shares needs to have an account with a DP. What is a DP? DP means depository participant. A depository participant is an agent of the depository through which it interfaces with the investor and provides depository services. There are two depositories in India, NSDL and CDSL. What are the different types of securities that may be submitted for dematerialization? You can dematerialize equity shares, letter of confirmation, debentures, bonds, preference shares, warrant certificates, mutual funds, etc. Next, what is an R&T agent? Register and transfer agents are the trust or institutions that register and maintain detailed records of the transactions of investors. If the issuer or R&T agent finds the certificates are in order, they give the confirmation of demat request electronically. On receiving confirmation, depository credits the securities in the demat account of the investor with the DP. Are the charges applicable for dematerialization process? Yes. Please refer the DP schedule of charges to get the details of the charges. Charges are higher for unlisted shares compared to listed shares. Inform client upfront about the charges applicable to them based on their certificates. Let's have a quick glance on the process for conversion of physical shares into demat. Let us see how the work needs to be handled at our front office. First, the client visits the branch with the physical certificates. Second, check whether the ISIN is available in SPICE back office against the name of the company. And third, if ISIN is not available, check whether any name change has happened for the company. You may check it either by browsing in the Google or by checking the details which is already provided to the branches in OneDrive folder. Fourth, check whether the certificate is a valid certificate. You can ask the client directly if they have any information regarding the corporate actions with regard to amalgamation or capital reduction or merger and demerger or change in face value of the company, etc. If the client is not aware, validity of a share certificate can be checked at our end by searching the company details in the OneDrive folder shared to the branches. Amalgamation or capital reduction, merger or demerger, or change in face value by browsing Google. Fifth, check whether the certificate is a fully paid up certificate. If not, collect fully paid up receipt from the client. If all the above points are okay, check whether the client is already having a demat account with Geojit. If not, ask the client to open a new demat account with NSDL or CDSL based on the depository where the ISIN of the share certificate is listed, and open the account if the client is already having a joint status account with us, and suppose If share certificate is in joint holding status, there is a change in holding pattern of DP account, use transposition form along with the demat request form. For example, if the share certificate is in the pattern of A and B and the demat account is in the name of B and A, transposition form to be used along with a self-attested copy of PAN card. In case of death of any of the person in the share certificate which is jointly held, then the demat request form to be submitted with the transmission cum demat form and notarized copy of death certificate and self-attested copy of surviving holder's PAN card. Check whether the client's current residential status and the residential status mentioned in the share certificate is one and the same. If not, ask the client to contact the RTA for regularization of residential status in share certificate. And if yes, check whether the certificate is in free or locked-in status. If lock-in, mention the lock-in reason and the release date in SPICE entry module and proceed with defacing of share certificate. If free, proceed with defacing of certificate. The process of cancelling the share certificates by drawing two parallel lines across the certificate and punch two holes on the company name on the share certificates, affix the seal with DP name, DP ID and client ID on the certificate. First, make entry in SPICE. Entry to be made in SPICE back office by putting in the client demat account details and share certificate details such as quantity, number of certificates, folio number, certificate number and distinctive numbers of each certificates separately in the module. In case of bulk certificates, demat entry can be uploaded in Excel file format if the client account is with NSDL. Use temp save option in SPICE module. Take printout of the DRF in triplicate. Provide all three copies, that is the original, duplicate and triplicate to client for affixing his or her signature. The triplicate copy is an acknowledgement of receipt of share certificates to Geojit. Hand it over to the client. The first and second copy, that is the original and duplicate, need to be sent to HO along with the original defaced certificates and supporting documents. Once all documents are collected from the client, make final save in SPICE back office along with collecting charges from the client. Charges can be collected either through trade card, debit or QR code. Voucher will get generated and the same need to be handed over to the client along with the triplicate copy of DRF. Demat regulatory TAT starts from the time of final save. 7 days is the regulatory TAT. Hence, the remaining process till dispatch to HO should be completed with a day's time. Pack the documents in an yellow cover, DRF, original and duplicate copies with seal of the branch and name and signature of the branch official, original defaced share certificates, supporting documents collected from the client like PAN, masked copy of Aadhaar, copy of passport if any. Put dispatch entry in the back office module. Make entry in DRF movement register. Dispatch the documents through speed post to HO, marking attention to demat processing desk.